ever experienced something so terrifying that even after years, the mere thought of it still chills you to the bone? I can still hear the whispering, see the shadows in the corner of my vision. It's not just a memory, it's something that follows me, something that knows me. I was living in a small, quiet town, the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but no one ever really asks about you. A place where you're either invisible or just another part of the background. The house I rented was an old one, built in the 1800s. Creaky floors, tall windows with faded curtains, and an oddly cold feeling no matter what time of year it was. It had that old house smell, musty wood, something a little sour, like mildew but different, like something that didn't belong. I remember walking through it for the first time. The floors groaned under my weight, and there was this unsettling silence. No birds, no rustling of leaves in the wind, just stillness. I should have felt something then, but I didn't. Maybe it was the excitement of starting fresh that clouded my judgment. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the house already preparing to claim me. The first couple of nights were normal. The house creaked as old houses do, and I settled into my routine. But as I got used to the place, I started noticing things. Small things at first. Objects not where I left them. A faint smell of something burning, even though I hadn't cooked anything. It was easy to brush it off, until the sound started. At first, I thought it was just the house settling. The pipes, the wind, the hum of the refrigerator. But then, at night, I would hear soft footsteps above me. Slow, deliberate steps, like someone was pacing back and forth in the attic. I'd get up, check the windows. Nothing. The attic door was locked, but I could still hear the footsteps, always at the same time, always in the dead of night. One evening, after days of hearing the noises, I decided to check the attic. I don't know why. Maybe it was that nagging feeling in my stomach, or the curiosity that got the best of me. I grabbed the flashlight, and with each step up the narrow staircase, my heart started pounding harder. The air grew colder, almost suffocating, and the dim light from the flashlight barely cut through the shadows. The attic was empty. Nothing but dust, old furniture, draped in sheets, and forgotten boxes of things that looked like they hadn't been touched in years. But then I saw it. On the far wall, near the small window, was a shape, a dark silhouette that wasn't there before. It was a figure, standing perfectly still, just staring at me. I froze. My flashlight flickered, and for a moment I thought I was imagining things. But no, the figure was real. It was watching me. I wanted to run. My body screamed at me to turn and leave, but my legs wouldn't move. The figure didn't speak, didn't move. It just stood there, its outline blurry, as if it wasn't fully part of this world. And then, as quickly as it appeared, it vanished. The air grew warmer, and the silence returned. I didn't stay long after that. I locked the attic door behind me and swore I wouldn't go back. After that night, things escalated. At night, the footsteps became louder, closer. But it wasn't just the attic now. I began hearing them in the hallways, the stairs, behind me. The smell of burning would return, stronger this time, lingering in the air like smoke. Sometimes, I'd wake up to find the curtains drawn shut, even though I had opened them before going to bed. My kitchen knives were moved around. One day, I found them arranged in a perfect circle on the counter, the handles facing outward, as if someone had been preparing for a ritual. It wasn't just physical things anymore. started hearing whispers, soft, guttural voices. They were so faint at first, like a distant murmur that you'd almost believe was your own mind playing tricks on you. But then it became clearer, like someone was speaking directly into my ear, just behind my head, too quiet for words, but too persistent to ignore. I wasn't alone anymore. It was following me, and no matter how hard I tried to shake it off, it always found a way to make its presence known. Shadows in the corner of my vision, flickers of movement when I wasn't looking. It was like the house was alive, feeding off my fear, growing stronger with each passing day. It came to a head one night when I couldn't take it anymore. I had enough. I was done. I would leave, I thought. But as I packed my bags, the whispers grew louder. They weren't whispers anymore. They were screams. Screams of frustration, of anger. And then the shadows took shape. They were no longer in the corners of my vision. They were right in front of me. I could feel them, thick and heavy, surrounding me like a thick fog. I backed away from the door, my heart racing, but it wouldn't open. The doorknob wouldn't budge. It felt like something was holding it shut from the other side. And then the air grew colder, colder than I had ever felt. I could see my breath, my own breath. And yet, no matter how hard I tried to breathe, the air seemed to be sucked out of the room. That's when I saw it. A figure, like before, standing in the corner. Only now, it wasn't just a shadow. It had form, arms, legs, a face. Its eyes were dark holes, empty of everything but void. And it smiled at me. It smiled. The room spun, and the walls seemed to close in on me. The figure moved faster than I could react, its hand outstretched toward me. I screamed, and the door finally gave way, bursting open with a force that sent me crashing into the hallway. I ran. I didn't stop. I ran until my legs gave out, but I couldn't escape it. No matter where I went, no matter how far I ran, I could feel it, watching. I left the house that night, packed up everything I could, and never looked back. I moved to a new city, a new life. But the whispers didn't stop. They still follow me. Every night, every day. I'm not in that house anymore, but it doesn't matter. It's in my mind, in the air I breathe. It knows me. And just last week, I saw something I can't explain. A figure, standing in my new apartment, in the corner of my vision, watching me. The whispers started again, but this time, they were clearer. I heard my name, and I realized, with horror, that the house had never been the source of it all. It followed me. It was always with me. And no matter where I go, no matter how far I run, it will always be there, waiting. So, the next time you move into a new place, remember this. It's not the walls or the creaky floors that are the problem. It's not the house. It's what's inside. And it might just be waiting for you to make